Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Misty Johnstone and Louis Stevenson. The two of you have been together for 3 years, but you do not want to be together anymore. You do not have any children together, although you have 2 children and you have 4 from previous relationships. Ms. Johnstone, why don't you tell me how you got into this situation and why you want to end it here today?
Yes, ma'am. When me and Louis first got back in contact, we got back in contact on social media, and I was contacting him in order to reconnect him with an old friend of his, and when I did that, he, instead of looking for the old friend, pursued me. And when he did,
No, were you trying to hook him up with another lady?
No, ma'am. It's actually an ex of mine that I was with for 8 years, who I met him through, and me and him had been separated for 2 years. We had been broke up, and he had moved away from the place that we lived out here to California as well, and we had been in contact, and he didn't have any friends out here. And so
Gotcha. I gotcha. So you met up with him online. How did it proceed from there?
And I don't even think he ever even tried to find the other person. He just kind of was like, well, hey, what's up with you? And I wasn't really looking for anybody at the time, but he kind of said all the right things.
Don't they all?
Yes, they do.
I don't know why people can't figure that part out. If they're saying all the right things, it isn't magic, it's practice.
Right, yeah. But, I guess he kind of went about things differently than most men had. I've been a single mother for 20 years, so most men don't really approach me anyways, and I was also very overweight at the time. So, so it was different, and I thought that because, he was going about it, he asked questions, what are you looking for, and...
that's Mackin 101.
Yeah.
it's
I figured it out.
So how long did you guys talk on the internet before you started seeing each other in person?
Well, it went from, he lived in South Carolina and I lived here in California, so we talked for about a month on social media before I moved him out here.
Damn.
If you had a daughter.
I have a daughter.
Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. You don't know that, man. You talked to him online for a month, ain't never met him. You just moved him out. You just moved him, man. Nah, bro. And the sad part about it is, bro, they get into that situation, and then they bring everybody together, they together, the children together. It's cool, whatever. And it's not saying that it can't work. It's not to say that it can't work, but within a month, bro, you trying to combine a family of different backgrounds. Clearly, they coming from different backgrounds, bro. I think it's a lot. You got to do a lot more than that. You can't just sit up here and get into a relationship after you didn't talk to her online for a month. And the first time you say is when you going out there to go get the key? It's crazy, bro.
And she met a guy on the internet.
I would have told him.
Would you tell him to move it? When you say move him out here, did you pay for it?
I did pay for it. I thought we were...
If I was your mother, they'd still be extracting my foot from your behind.
I understand.
And you have children in the home?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how wrong that is?
I did discuss it with my kids first. I, sat them down and talked to them about it. When me and Louis first, had interaction, he also represented himself as a perfect gentleman to me. And
so who wouldn't?
Right.
I mean, a serial killer is not going to call you and say, yeah, I like to beat women, tie them up, and then I might slit their throat. And yeah, I like 15-year-olds. Well, I know you have a 15-year-old daughter. When you're asleep, I'm gonna go do her.
I understand
They don't say that.
We met in person at first, though. We did meet in person at first, and
Ted
when we
Bundy
met that
was
time,
charming when you met him in person.
Yeah.
Right before he killed you.
That. I do understand that.
You don't understand that, or you wouldn't put your family in that situation. You're the protector. You said you were a single mother of 2 children. You're their protector. They're under your wing. You can't sit up here and tell me that they're going to be cool and they're going to be straight. You just met, no disrespect or offense, brother, man, but you just met, look at him. You just met him offline a month ago, bro. You mean to tell me that when he moved out there, he got a key and then he moved in? Nah. You don't get that. You don't understand that. And now to you, because you just, he just is wrong. You don't go, how you going to move to a different coast, bro? You moved all the way to a different coast. You don't know. And it ain't to say that it can't work or it wouldn't work, but come on now, bro. Let's just be real. That's a big gamble. That's a huge gamble.
Holy moly. And what were you doing, Mr. Stevenson?
I was at a bad stage in my life at the time. I didn't really know what I wanted.
I know what you wanted. You wanted a place to stay.
No,
you wanted
no,
somebody to pay your bills. 30 days, a dude don't move across country in 30 days for a chick that he don't really know unless he's looking to be kept.
Well, I've always had a dream of coming to California. I went
This nigga California dreaming.
Are you still supporting him?
No, ma'am. He moved out here and he worked for 3 months. He looked for a job. He was actively seeking employment. He was doing that. I had to, he's not very tech savvy, so I had to get on the computer and log him in and, help him with, figuring out how to search for jobs and stuff like that online. And I would take him, I was the only one with the vehicle at a time, so I would take him job searches. So I know that he was looking for a job. It was about 3 months, and my family did kind of start getting, frustrated, kind of asking questions like, is he really, looking for a job? But
and in return, you got companionship. What price?
Well, I didn't even get that, to be honest with you. I haven't even got companionship.
Well, Mr. Stevenson, let me talk to you for a second. What was your game plan? What were you looking to get done?
Well, basically, I was catfishing to get to California. That's how it started off.
Okay.
I'm not proud of it, but I'm admitting it. I was wrong.
I appreciate that.
Yes,
I appreciate that. Once you got out there, then...
That's some lame shit, bro. I was catfished back in 2011. I got cropped. She cropped it out, bro. All you saw was just this, and then she did a filter or something like that and changed it. Yeah, bro, that's not cool. That's not cool. We just ain't gonna slide past like that ain't never happened, bro. That's foul. That's foul, bro. That's distasteful. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like hiding when you gotta pretend you gotta be somebody that you're not. What you gotta pretend to be somebody that you're not for? Player, you was who you was before you got here. That rhymed too.
How did the relationship progress, if indeed it progressed at all?
Well, at the time when I met her, she was overweight. That probably ties into her insecurities and all. But, I mean, I basically just... I made it happen, Judge. I mean, I realized, after a couple of months, I realized that she was a good woman. And now, I pay all the bills, I take care of everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything.
Does he take care of everything?
He takes care of everything, but he doesn't cease to let me know it. He doesn't allow me to feel comfortable with it, and he makes me feel guilty about it every single day of my life. And I've been sick for the last 2.5 years. And he holds it over my head that I can't work because I'm sick.
What does he say to you, or what does he do that makes you feel guilty?
Like when we're discussing, bills or finances, he'll say, or like if we're discussing something that maybe we need or maybe I want or anything like that, it's, well, we got these bills to pay. And then he'll say something like, but you wouldn't know that, would you? Even though I've been a single mother for 20 years, paying bills for 20 years.
Let you respond to her allegations that you make her feel guilty for the fact that you're paying all the bills. Is that true?
Sometimes, yes.
And why is that?
Because I feel like, to me, she be getting on my nerves, so I be
How does she get on your nerves?
It could be a number of things, Judge. I mean...
Give me a list. Tell me 1 or 2, anything.
I mean, we could be having an all right day and my phone ring and then all break loose, I mean, just because of my phone.
Is she worried about you running around with other women? Is that what, is she jealous?
She's insecure, Judge. Very insecure. I mean, I know I'm wrong.
Well, you took her for a ride. That she got a reason to be insecure.
Yes, ma'am, I did. And I've been faithful for this past year.
You've been faithful for a year.
And I've been, I go
That
to
I
therapy.
know of. I don't think he's been faithful for a year.
Okay.
I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Johnstone, let me ask you this. You say he spends all of his money on himself, all his spare money on himself, and not on you. Why don't you explain to him? I mean, I see where some of it goes.
Yes, ma'am. Obviously, he loves his gold, and he's going to make sure everybody knows it. He also has a truck that he has rims on and a system in that's way too loud for me and my stomach problems. He'll go and buy himself food, and he won't even worry about me at all. And I cook for him.
Now, you know you can't be coming in the house without bringing her a biggie bag too, bro. You know you can't be doing that. And Judge, I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. But you can't talk. Look at your neck. Look at your neck, bro. They damn near got on the sun. She got on the Cuban. He got on the bullet Cuban. I don't even know what that's called, to be honest with you. But look at this. Bling, plow, bling, plow, bling, plow, bling, plow. Wow. Everybody shining. Come on now. I love you. Love you.
Every night that I don't cook for him, if I don't cook for him, I am probably going to cook for myself anyways.
Mr. Stevenson, you coming up that light?
Yes, ma'am.
You say he's cheated on you 13 times. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. 13 times and in four separate occasions.
Like one woman a couple times?
No, one woman. There was 3 separate women, and then there was 10 women within a matter of 3 days.
How did you manage that?
Well, for one, Your Honor, it was a lie. I lied to her. Once again,
I don't care what the
Hang on.
Just to get up on her skin at the time, and I finally came clear to her that it was only 5.
But was it worth the lie to kill the trust? And now she don't have no trust, so you ain't gonna get none of that stuff. You out of luck. Like the video, man.
I just told her 10. I exaggerate. I have a tendency to
He
exaggerate.
let me think
But
for a
wait
year.
a minute. Wait, 5 minutes, 5 women in 3 days. That's still interesting. Well, how'd you manage that?
Back page.
Oh, you call him up.
Call them up. Give them that money. It's on.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Whoa.
What led to that? She's not telling you.
Why don't you tell me what led
What
to that?
led to that? Okay, I was up to no good, kind of anyway. I was browsing the website.
Start from the beginning. What really did it lead to? Because where was I at?
Well, she was out of town.
Okay.
So, like I said,
I
I
was out of town
wrong.
doing what?
She was
Now, Miss
at her mother.
Johnstone,
She
hang
was-
on now.
It's
She was
really
visiting her
important.
mother.
I'm going to ask you about it, but let him
Yeah,
finish his
she
story.
was visiting her
Tell me
mother.
what you did.
Okay, so at the time, by me being a recovering addict and all that, and had a lot of stuff going on, instead of divert back into my old ways and smoking crack and doing all this stuff,
You got
I got busy. Because back in the days when I was smoking crack, I was used to smoking crack and women. Smoking crack and women. So that's
you
what I
just
was used to.
skipped the crack part and went straight to the women.
Sometimes I'll be doing them both at the same time.
Bro, a savage, bro. He honest, though. He honest, man. He ain't gonna tell you no lie. He know it. And he know it. Him right here, bro. He know it. He ain't gonna tell no lie. He's honest about it. He gonna tell you. You can tell him, bro. Run down to the store real quick. Grab me two Oreo cookies, a chocolate milk, and a goddamn box of backwoods, bro. You give him $20. If it come up to $13.47, he gonna give you goddamn $16.53 back. I believe. Y'all check my math, but y'all know I'm undefeated. Y'all know I'm undefeated.
Okay.
Hey, I was just like that, you know.
But
But
he's
I
not
mean,
telling you I wasn't visiting my mom. My mom passed, and I was out there mourning her.
yeah.
I wasn't visiting my mom.
Have you no moral compass? Is there no floor below which you won't go? Is there's nothing that just makes your soul shrivel up a little bit, if not other parts?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, yes.
Ms. Johnstone, understandably, you would be distraught by Mr. Stevenson's behavior, but I understand your response is less than rational. Can you tell me? Well, no. Let me ask Mr. Stevenson. How does she respond to your antics?
So, Judge, when she get angry at me, she just blurt out the N-word. And, where I'm
Whoa.
from, you just don't.
You just don't do that.
You don't do that. You just don't do it,
And how did you respond to that?
I mean, I wanted to choke her out and slap her. But, since I've been going to my therapist, he encouraged me to go by different ways.
Did you go by a different way?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Most definitely.
Were you reasonable?
Oh, very reasonable. I ain't in jail.
Ms. Johnstone, your standards are so low.
Hey.
Your standards are so low, Ms.
Said your
Johnstone.
standards low.
Is that how you went about it?
I got to a point where I feel like I'm grasping straws with him. I don't know, like nothing I do gets a reaction out of him. As you can see, he's not shocked with anything. He does outrageous things. So it's like, when you're going through this process of, trying to make this relationship work, and you're, constantly fighting, constantly trying to make yourself known, constantly trying to make yourself be noticed, and constantly trying to get your feelings out there, and for them to always only be ignored. It's like, what else do you do besides and to be honest with you, my mom would roll over in her grave.
Yeah.
She,
I don't get wired by that word because I don't allow anybody to say anything to me that will redirect my day. If I'm successful if I own all the feelings during my day, so I'm not gonna lean on you about that. How deep it was and how wrong it is, and I'm not gonna go there. Are you stuck with him?
I do feel like I'm trapped. I had a vehicle when he came here, and he took that vehicle from me.
I'll let you answer.
I was sick most of the time. I was in bed sleeping. I couldn't get out of bed. He would drive my vehicle wherever he wanted to go. He used it for whatever he wanted to do. And after things came out, now I have to wonder what he was doing while he was driving my van.
Does he still have it?
No, the van started tearing up. It started messing up, and when it did, he asked a tweaker to take it off somewhere and go fix it. And I never saw it again after
is
that.
That oh, tweaking.
Mechanic that's
Where
on
would
meth.
you take your car to a person who does substances?
But
That don't make
as
sense.
I explained, at the time I just got out here, I had just started working, I had just started making a little bit of money. I was trying to help her get the regular van fixed better.
Given your background, you should know better than to hand a drug addict any property of any value. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yes, ma'am, that was fully my fault. That's why I take full responsibility. And it's like I told her, she's gonna have a truck. She can have 2 trucks.
He's bought 3 vehicles since he lost my van, and none of them are for me. And he tells me I can't drive his truck.
Do you do that?
I used to do that, yes.
You did it 2 days ago.
No.
I accidentally left the car unlocked at Walmart.
I know exactly what's happening here. You're seeking $3,600, correct?
I'm seeking a new vehicle that he has said he owes me, and I'm seeking $600 a month in transitional support for 6 months.
And we will talk about that. So you're looking to have your truck replaced, and for $3,600, 6 months transitional support. You're trying to get out of the house?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get out of this bad situation I feel like I'm in.
How much do you think that truck was worth?
I put about maybe $1,000 on it. I traded another vehicle for it and put cash down on it, and I mean.
Mr. Stevenson, do you feel any obligation to assist this individual in getting up and getting out and getting a life of her own?
Yes, ma'am. I told her that either whether we together or we not, I told her if she do leave this relationship, I'm not going to let her leave the relationship with less than she came with. If it take every penny I got, I'm going to give it to her.
But I asked him in June to have me a truck by July so I could leave, and he didn't do that. That's why we're here, because,
Judge,
I've been asking
we got this
him.
thing called bills, and they don't stop coming. But I want to touch bases on something real quick. I got some evidence to show you how her angry is, how she get. And this was over really a phone call that wasn't even nothing.
Touch
And I love my
bases.
toilet seat. She know I like my bathroom time, and she did that just to spite me.
A woman called.
Hey. You got a lot of nerve wondering why somebody gets upset with you. You came out here and admitted to catfishing this woman, using her for her money, using her to get out here. Then you went into her home. She had a kid she was raising. You used her for her money. And then not only that, you cheated on her, and you make her feel bad about wanting, needing anything at all. You show no soul. You show fear through. You're right above pimp bottom feeder. You know what I mean? Right there.
Yes, ma'am.
How you can stand there, dripped in probably false gold, or if it's real gold.
No, I don't falsify.
You don't
I don't
falsify?
falsify nothing.
Yeah,
No.
you don't falsify?
I'm the real deal. I
You the
don't play.
real deal?
Yes, ma'am. As
You the
far
real
as that,
deal?
as far as when it comes to that goes.
Concerned?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, real deal. Real deal, you're gonna pay her $5,000.
Damn.
That's the real deal.
Yeah.
Miss Johnstone, get a backbone, get a spine.
You get a mind. Why would you tell a brother said this the fakest jewelry you could imagine? This shit came straight out the Walmart. It don't even move. Look at that shit. It's stiff. It don't really move. It ain't got no. Nah, bro. Nah, man. That's when you stop thinking. She walked you right to the cliff and let you jump off, bro. She walked you right to the edge. Yeah, I bet you got on fake jewelry. Ha, 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 ha. No, I would never buy fake jewelry. Hey, this ain't fake. This ain't fake. Oh, so you got money for that, so you got money to pay her. Telling you, bro, all of that right?
You know, what price companionship, really? You know what I'm saying?
It's been a long time since I believed
$5,000 in
it.
favor of Mrs. Johnstone. It is so ordered.
I don't believe Lewis ever loved me. I thought at one time that he did love me, but with everything that's went on, I don't think that he ever has really loved me. I don't think he's capable of love. And I think I'm just gonna, make sure that I focus on me now and take care of myself.
I don't really think she's gonna leave me. I could pretty much guarantee you we'll be back recapping this show and we're gonna get married. Because that's what I'm going for. No matter how she feel or how whoever else feel, I don't care. It's all about me and her.
Man, I don't know. When we got to the point where we start to celebrate only being cheated on 13 times this year, I don't know when we reach that. And fellas, I gotta let y'all know, as the president of the association, bro, I'm not pleased. I'm not pleased, bro. When that's an accomplishment, then that means we got some problems. We lacking discipline. Especially if we ain't, we did have a job. God damn, how you doing that, man? Listen. Working, then after that you got 5 lined up, bro. That's a lot. Hey, but that goes to show, and I'm glad that goes to show you gonna do what you want to do. If you have your mind set to something, you have it locked to something, bro, you gonna get it done. Regardless of what kind of backlash. That's why she was sitting right there looking like she was about to cry. And no disrespect to her. This ain't no disrespect to her, but he knew that she was going to put up with it. He knew that she was going to put up with it. Ladies and fellas, you can tell when a person is like, all right, when you can get away with it. When you try to, man, listen, I cut that You gotta cut that short. I'm telling you, you let a motherfucker slip, slide, and take an inch, they're gonna try and run off and take 10 miles, bro. Then you be sitting back wondering like, damn, I did catch that girl texting him one time after that. Then you caught the girl calling. Then you caught the girl FaceTiming. Then you might have noticed a little earring underneath your sofa. You know what I mean? It ain't really yours, but maybe it might have been yours. You don't know. Then you see the little, lace that bro, it's going to progress. It start to progress. You just got to be mindful. You got to be mindful of things. And honestly, I don't know if y'all saw the other video, the last video, but the lady, this was her thing. She just didn't want no weed. She didn't want no weed. The dude was perfect. They had everything. Everything was lovely. But she ready to leave him because that was her boundary. Her boundary was no weed. I just feel like that chick, I forget her name, she just ain't had no boundaries. She like, all right, cool, you can do that. All right, you take my car, break my car, you can do that. You come out here, you move in, no job, all right, you can do that. All right, you talk to me however you want to, whatever. All right, you can do that. Like you don't have no boundaries. You don't have no boundaries, and when it's like that, I'm telling you, you're gonna try and take it a mile. You're gonna try and take it a mile. It's just like I give y'all this analogy with children. Let's just say you don't have no boundaries with your children and what they want to eat. And they like, all right, well, I want to eat Snickers tonight for dinner. You're like, all right, cool. And then the next night, they're like, well, I want a Twix. All right, cool. The next night, they want goddamn M&Ms or something like that. It's no boundary, bro. You gotta have a boundary. And that's all for her. But for him, bro, you gotta have integrity. You gotta have integrity. And honestly, damn, that was... what he said. I said, and honestly, sheesh. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it, bro. Because as a man, I know that's one thing that before they, they give me my salute and it's time for me to go, bro. Is integrity. You gotta have integrity. That's one of the most important, if not the most important. It's all cool. All of it's cool. You get to see, when people see you, what you're doing. Oh, okay. My man, I see you out there cleaning up the community. That's what's up. That's what's up. But I'm really more so impressed with the young fella who stay after everybody done cleaning up the community and then they keep cleaning. Or same thing for the young ladies. Same thing for the young ladies. All right, cool. Dad. Savannah, I miss you so much. Dad. Dad! Yo, where my baby girl? Boy, hold up. Check it out.
I love you, Daddy. How about I love you, Daddy, forever?
Yeah.
I love you, Daddy. How about I love you, Daddy, forever?
You a superstar now. I make hits. That's what I do. I make hits, but damn, I forgot what I was talking about. I miss my baby girl so much, man. What was I talking about, man? Her boundaries. Yeah, she just gotta set up her boundaries, bro. She gotta set up her boundaries and stand firm and stand solid on it. No, I was off of her. Damn, Savannah, you got me tweaking. With him, yeah, bro, integrity, man. It's you got to have integrity. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I just lost it. I miss my baby girl. I love you, and we out.